You know how most horror movie franchises can get a bit messy? Halloween has, 4 timelines? Texas Chainsaw Massacre seems to reboot itself every other sequel. Well, Night of the Living Dead makes all of them look organised. Thanks to a single tiny mistake, one missing copyright notice, this movie accidentally spawned like 5 different zombie universes. Today, we'll be diving into every single movie that's technically or spiritually or legally or just vibes-wise a sequel to Night of the Living Dead. Grab your shotgun, board out the windows, and let's try and make sense of the Night of the Living Dead cinematic universe. Okay, let's follow along here because this could get confusing. I've got the whiteboard out so we can make sense of all, but let's start with the ones that actually count. It all begins with Night of the Living Dead from 1968. Made for peanuts, shot in black and white, and featuring one of the bleakest endings in horror history. Romero didn't just invent zombies, but he did reinvent them. Before this, zombies were more like voodoo slaves. Night turned them into the flesh-eating corpses rising from the grave and spreading like a plague. Basically, Romero created the blueprint for every zombie you've ever seen, and then immediately lost the rights to it. But Romero didn't just stop there. He followed up a decade later with Dawn of the Dead. Now this one, full colour, bigger budget, and way more blood. And it's set in a mall, secretly about consumerism, because the zombies still wander around the mall out of habit.
What are they doing? Why do they come here?
Some kind of instinct, memory, what they used to do. This was an important place in their lives.
It's smart, gory, and somehow fun. Even though the world is completely falling apart. Then came Day of the Dead. The grim, underground military one. My favourite. Humanity's at rock bottom. Everyone's yelling at each other, and the zombies might actually be smarter than us. This is Bob. The only zombie that deserves rights. After that, we've got a 20-year jump to the land of the dead, where society has rebuilt itself into a class-divided city, ruled by the rich. It's got zombie evolution, political metaphors, and Dennis Hopper actually playing Donald Trump before that was a thing.
In a world where the dead are returning to life, the word trouble loses much of its meaning. He wants money.
Pay him.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
I'm so glad that the class system managed to survive the zombie apocalypse. It's so realistic. Then, 2007, we got Diary of the Dead. It went down the found footage route. Not my favourite. Also, we got Survival of the Dead 2 years later. Let's just say it's kind of a weird Western style feud between 2 Irish families. Okay, so that's the official Romero timeline. 6 films spanning 40 years, all connected by tone, theme, and moral despair. But because Night of the Living Dead was public domain, that's just one branch of the zombie family tree. Now let's dig up the less official sequels. Okay, let's look at some of the remakes and reimaginings. First up, the one that actually matters. Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead from 1990. Savini, Romero's makeup wizard, directed this version, with Romero himself writing the screenplay. It's a respectful remake, with sharper visuals, updated gore, and one huge change. Barbara isn't useless.
You're all seeing this is
Stop it! You're losing it, girl. You are losing it!
You think so?
Instead of panicking in the corner, she's calm and capable, and kind of badass. At some point, Barbara went from, "they're coming to get me," to, "come get some." But that's not the only time it's been remade. There were other remakes, and this is where things get weird fast. There's a Night of the Living Dead 30th Anniversary Edition in 99. They literally just spliced new footage into the original. It's like someone edited themselves into Jaws and called it a director's cut. "They're coming to get you, Barbara."
Stop it!
You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
Then we got Night of the Living Dead 3D in 2006, starring Sid Haig. Yeah, Captain Spaulding.
What's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns? Why? Don't we make you laugh?
And a whole lot of smoke machine in the budget. And it got 2 follow-ups somehow. Night of the Living Dead 3D Reanimation, Night of the Living Dead Resurrection, which isn't connected to either one of them. It looks like a conspiracy board, but bear with me. Because 2 of Romero's official sequels also got remakes. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which is really, really good. And a remake of Day of the Dead. And also an unofficial sequel to Day of the Dead. That's right, sequels to the sequels and remakes of the sequels. Confused yet? Oh, it gets worse. Alright, now the timeline officially breaks off into chaos. Romero made Night of the Living Dead with a guy named George A. Russo. When the rights fell apart, they split. Romero kept the serious stuff. Russo went wild. His version became The Return of the Living Dead. 2 warehouse workers accidentally released trioxin gas and unleashed zombies that run, talk.
Rescue 7, come in. This is dispatch. Do you copy over?
Come in dispatch. Send more paramedics.
Ask for brains. It's punk, it's gross, it's hilarious. It's the movie that gave us the zombies eat brains idea. That's not Romero, that's this movie. So every time you see a zombie moaning brains, you can fake Return of the Living Dead. And there's Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Basically a sillier version of the first film, with the same actors playing new roles. It's got a zombie driving a car. That's pretty much all you need to know. Then we got Return of the Living Dead 3. A shockingly good tragic love story. The son of a soldier revives his dead girlfriend, who slowly turns into a self-mutilating zombie. It's romantic, it's gory, it's pure 90s. Basically, Romeo and Juliet with piercings and blood loss. And then we got more. Return of the Living Dead Necropolis and Return of the Living Dead Rave to the Grave. Both were shot in Eastern Europe. Full on early 2000s CGI. They're not great. But it proves that the series will not die. There's actually talk that the series isn't dead yet. And there was a teaser of the Tarman zombie from the original dragging a Christmas tree through the snow. I got high hopes for this. Okay, so we got the original timeline. We've got the sequels and remakes timelines. We've got the return timelines. However, when Dawn of the Dead was released in Italy, it was just called Zombie. It did pretty well. And Italian producers and filmmakers did what they did best. Make sequels without asking permission. Marketed as Dawn of the Dead's sequel, Zombie 2, even though it has nothing to do with it, also known as Zombie Flesh Eaters in the UK. It's got more maggots, zombie islands, voodoo, oh, and a zombie fighting a shark. It's glorious. Then we got the knockoffs. Zombie 3, Zombie 4, After Death, more voodoo rituals, machine guns, Zombie 5, killing birds, barely any zombies in it, so many birds. Basically at this point, zombie just meant there's at least one corpse in it. If you sneezed near a graveyard in the 80s, congratulations, you're part of the zombie franchise now. Some countries got as far as Zombie 6 and Zombie 7 on VHS, just slapping the name on to sell anything. So yeah, in America, Dawn of the Dead led to Day of the Dead. But in Italy, it led to Zombie 2, 3 and 4. And 5 with the birds that kill people. It's like a parallel universe of undead chaos. So let's try to take a look at this mess. From Night of the Living Dead, we ended up with Romero's 6-film saga, a dozen remakes, the Return of the Living Dead series, the Italian zombie chain reaction. That is the butterfly effect that gave us 50 years of zombie cinema. So George Romero made a story about how the dead never stay buried, and the movie itself just refused to die. Every few years it comes back in a new form, sometimes profound, sometimes terrible, always hungry. Honestly, I love that. Because horror has always been about doing more with less. And Night of the Living Dead gave every filmmaker a shovel and said, go dig something up. Whether you're watching a serious commentary about society or a zombie punching a shark, it's all part of the same undead legacy. 50 years later, we're still arguing about which versions count. And maybe that's the point. In the world of Night of the Living Dead, there is no single survivor. Just a horde of sequels and remakes and knockoffs, all stumbling through cinematic history, refusing to stay down. And if that's not the perfect metaphor for zombies, I don't know what is. Anyway, if you like this kind of deep dive, hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments which of those movies is your favourite and why. Anyway, until next time, be kind, rewind.